Welcome to the Oklahoma Sooners Dynasty off-season video. This season was pretty insane. I mean, we capped it off with the huge national championship game. If you haven't seen that video, there will be a link in the description for it. Go watch that. It was crazy. But, I mean, you can tell by the ranking we did win it. But now we will look at stats. Trevor Knight over 3,500 yards, 32 touchdowns. He did have 14 picks. I want to cut down on that next season, but that's not really the big concern right now. Keith Ford over 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Trevor Knight had over 600 yards and 10 touchdowns. So Trevor Knight had a total of 42 touchdowns on the season, which is crazy. Alex Ross ended up with 5 touchdowns and 269 yards. Sterling Shepard even had a rushing touchdown, and I believe that was the Kansas game. But there you see our only receiver to go over 1,000 yards was Dorial Green Beckham, who had 9 touchdowns, 3 of those coming in the national championship game. But the ball got spread around a lot. I would like to maybe pass the ball a little bit more next season. But we'll have to see how that goes. I don't really want to take away from Keith Ford that much, though. So now we see the defensive stats. Frank Shannon led the team in tackles by a lot. Obviously, you see that stat for Charles Tapper, 21 sacks, which is a school record. I don't think it's a NCAA record, but I'm not going to guarantee that. The 2 players that led the team in picks is Quentin Hayes and Zach Sanchez. They both ended up with 5 interceptions apiece. And our defense just played lights out this season. Probably the only couple games that had me worried were the national championship game and Texas, which Texas we did lose. But as you can see, these are the rest of the rankings. Texas ends up at number 9 after losing their bowl game, which was pretty crazy. So Oregon State, and then I'm pretty much just showing all the rankings. So in case your favorite team isn't OU, you can see that I didn't show the bowl games. If you want me to do that, let me know, and I'll do that next season for all of the bowl games. I did originally actually have this as a live commentary, but my program decided to not record my voice. So that's why I'm doing this afterwards. The Heisman winner is Carlos Williams. So Florida State gets the Heisman winner 2 years in a row from Jameis Winston into Carlos Williams. And Jameis Winston was actually on the list. And now these are just all of the awards that were awarded to individual players besides the Heisman. The best defensive player, which I think that's what the Bednarik is, we had 4 people on that list, which was crazy. But obviously, I think it said Frank Shannon won that. The best quarterback in the country was Jameis Winston. Trevor Knight came in 8th, I believe. And the best running back, Keith Ford, came in 9th. So the best receiver, we didn't have anyone on that list. Green Beckham did not make the list. So it goes to the Fresno State receiver. But this offseason, I actually forgot that I needed a kicker. I forgot that Michael Honeycutt was a senior. So I didn't actually scout a kicker until very, very late, which was actually in the off season. So that'll come up here in a minute. I really don't want to sit here and say all these players who won these awards. If you want to, you can watch and pause if I go too quick. But yeah, this season was ridiculous. I know I've said that several times, but I just can't get over how much fun this series has actually been. I didn't think this series was going to be more fun than the Madden series I had with the Eagles, but it has definitely been a lot more fun. The games have been a lot more exciting. One thing, Josh Heupel, my offensive coordinator, left to go coach Tennessee, who is coming to Norman in this season. So that's going to be pretty huge, as we will face our former offensive coordinator. One sad thing is Cody Thomas is transferring to go to UTSA due to playing time. Sterling Shepard and Trevor Knight actually wanted to leave. I was able to talk them into staying, but now you can see all the people who left, or at least most of them. Our defense took a big hit from that. So I don't know how good our defense is going to be next season, but we'll have to see how I recruit this season to maybe try to replace a lot of them. But we lost a lot of people, and I don't think it's going to be that easy to recover. Luckily, we still have Charles Tapper. We actually did get a transfer request from Edward Parrish Jr., a 6-foot DB from LSU. He obviously can't play this season, so he will be redshirted because the rule is you can't play first year out of a transfer. So now I'm showing you all the people we got. We already have 32 people committed, or 33 actually, So we can only get 2 more. I've got a couple candidates to play quarterback after Trevor Knight leaves, and that would be Corey Cannon and Mark Bailey. But we're going to have to see how, they progress over the next couple seasons, as obviously no one's starting over Trevor Knight since he just led us to a national championship. And then I believe I show you the 2 people I'm going after more. I need that kicker, so I'm trying to get Kelvin Taylor, and I want that left guard because he's the #1 guard in the country right now. So those 2 people are the 2 I'm going after mainly, and I would actually get them. I wanted a few more people, but you can only have up to 35 because that's as many scholarships as you have. So now looking at training results, you see Trevor Knight's now a 95 overall with 90 speed, and I'm going over to throw power and throw accuracy. His power went up 1, his accuracy went up 3, so he's 87 throw accuracy now. Mayfield is more accurate, but he's not as strong. So now you see Keith Ford's 91 overall with 95 speed and 95 acceleration. The acceleration actually went up quite a bit. Alex Ross, 96 speed with 96 acceleration. I think I'm going to make him the official kick returner for this year. I had a bunch of kick returners last season, and I think it actually ended up kind of costing me by the end of the season because I had a lot of people. I tried Sterling Shepard, but he got injured, and now you see just how overpowered our receiving team is going to be this year. Green Beckham 98, Sterling Shepard 92, Quick 86, Deron Neal 85. Our offense is going to be very, very strong this year. Our defense is what concerns me, as we did lose our right outside linebacker. So what I'm going to do this season is I'm moving Dominique Alexander, who is my backup middle linebacker, over to right outside linebacker because he is better than the current guy we have. Also, right end is a concern for me since we lost Grisham. I'm not really concerned about defensive tackle with Jordan Phillips. So I think we will have a decent defense this year. I don't know if it will be as good as last year's because we did lose Cortez Johnson, Julian Wilson, and Quentin Hayes. Or I don't remember if we lost Quentin Hayes. That'll show up here in a minute, I think. But yeah, see that. Curtis Bolton, the right outside linebacker, I don't really have a lot of faith in him. But we have Zach Sanchez and LJ Moore who are going to be our starters. Edward Paris Jr., like I said, cannot play this season. This is the schedule for this year. It doesn't show Oklahoma State on the schedule, but I looked and they are there. I guess it's just a glitch because I'm using the rosters and it tries to change the schedule a little bit. So since last season we were at Nebraska, they're going to come here. And if you want to go back and look at the schedule, pause the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the off-season video. I don't show the recruiting setup. I like to kind of keep that in the dark on who I'm recruiting and then show you at the end of the season like I did this video. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this season. Season 2 will start very soon. I've actually already played the first game against Nebraska, so I just have to edit that. And yeah, hopefully you come back for the next episode.